Hi there, Leo, and welcome back to Star-Lord's Tarot. Happy March. This is your tarot reading, the monthly reading for the month of March 2020. I went ahead, shuffled the cards, laid them all out in the monthly fashion, where we break it down week by week with an overall energy. Let's get to your reading, Leo. First up, you have the Seven of Wands upright. Week 1, you have the Six of Swords rooted down by the Eight of Cups. Followed then by week 2, we have the Ten of Wands reversed, rooted down by the Two of Pentacles upright. And then we have in week 3, Queen of Swords rooted down by the Six of Wands. Week 4, we have Major Arcana Temperance rooted down by the Eight of Wands upright. So, for your overall energy, Leo, you have the Seven of Wands in the upright position. This is a card represents being on guard for some reason. Now, again, these are general reads. Only take what resonates for you. But overall, the Seven of Wands is just basically about being on guard for something. Nothing is necessarily going to happen. There isn't a guarantee that something is going to happen. It's just, with the Seven of Wands, we may have done something or said something, and we're just not sure how the people around us, work people, neighbors, friends, family, what have you, or partners, may not understand what we're doing. We're waiting for that other shoe to drop because we've made a decision that maybe we're not sure that they're going to understand where we're coming from. Sometimes the Seven of Wands can come up when we're protecting ourselves, protecting our heart, protecting other people, and we're just sort of in defensive mode for whatever reason. Now in week 1, we have the Six of Swords here, rooted down by the Eight of Cups. Well, the Six of Swords is about moving on. Maybe for some of you, you're planning on moving. You could be wanting to move homes, offices. You could be wanting to move across country. You could be wanting to move someplace completely different. And perhaps that's what you're not sure of what people are going to think. For others of you, it could be metaphorically moving on emotionally from difficulties of the past. Just saying goodbye to it. I'm not having anything more to do with this. I'm just moving away from it. And it's rooted down with the Eight of Cups in the upright position. I call it the Bye Felicia card. This is where we're kind of happy and fulfilled and satisfied in a lot of ways. It's like where we're aware of the fact that we have so much emotional support that comes from other people. It could be friends, family, neighbors, co-workers, what have you. But at the end of the day, there's something's missing. Now, this could be, for those of you who are single, this could be you're missing the emotional happiness maybe that you once had and you want to get it back again. Now, for some of you, this could be on the way searching for a love interest. For those of you who are happily paired, this could represent feeling a void regardless of, your romantic status. It could be that maybe you miss a certain group of friends, an activity or something that you used to do, or a job or something that made you feel emotionally fulfilled. It could be that you're on the search for that. And perhaps that's what's going on in week 1. You want to go and maybe you want to go travel somewhere. Hey, I was happier when I lived there, or I was happier when I hung out with those people. I was happier. Maybe that's what it is. You're planning on doing something to bring more emotional fulfillment in your life, and perhaps you're just not sure how the people around you are going to take it. Could be the case for some of you. Now in week 2, you have the Ten of Wands reversed, rooted down by the Two of Pentacles in the upright. Well, the Ten of Wands in the upright position can point to, this is where we feel like we have we're getting exhausted because we're carrying too much of a burden. This could be come up when we're dealing with other people's stuff, like say for example your neighbor goes away and you have been elected to bring in their mail and look after their cat for 10 days or something, and you're just exhausted and you're like, okay, I'm doing double duty here. Or your co-worker's away and you're sort of picking up slack for the co-worker, family member, what have you. But when the card is reversed, this can indicate that obligation is no longer on your shoulders. Some of you have walked away from it. Some of you have decided to delegate. If people were putting too much on your plate, you said no, which if that's the case, good for you, because nobody should be overburdened and people should not be putting too much on you. It's with the Two of Pentacles in the upright position. This is harmony in the midst of change. Something is definitely changing up. Maybe some of you felt burdened by a relationship, a job, a career, or something like that, or even a place that you were living and you just felt like it was too much. So you could be, in the works of changing it up. Like I said, traveling, moving, doing something, moving on to a different job or career, but it's harmonious. This is where you know that you're going to the right place and you're managing to do double duty. I think because some of you feel like it's really worth it to make this change and to do something because you weren't happy where you were, so you're seeking that emotional fulfillment and you're just, taking the activity and the action to move towards it. In week 3, you have the Queen of Swords. I keep saying she's getting around. I don't know why the Queen of Swords is popping up in everybody's reading for the month of March, but she is. The Queen of Swords in the upright, rooted down by the Six of Wands upright. So the Queen of Swords is a court card, could be representing a person. If it's representing a person, this is air energy, Gemini, Libra, Aquarius, Sun, Moon, or Rising, male or female. For some of you, this could be your love interest, this could be your partner, this could be a friend, a family member, could be somebody that you're dealing with in the legal fashion, because sometimes the Queen of Swords can represent as a vocation, say a police officer, military, somebody, an arbitrator, someone like that. So it could be that, you're getting the whole truth from this person, or this person, if this is a love interest or a friend, they could just be, giving you information. Basically, maybe you're trying to move somewhere or go somewhere or do a different career. This person could be like the HR person or something like that. Maybe they're giving you a lot of information, because you're going to need it for where you're traveling or where you're going to work or what have you. For others of you, if this is your love interest, this person is more mental, cerebral, logical, likes to get to the heart of the matter, likes to shoot from the hip. Leaves emotion out of it when they're having conversation with you. This could be also you embodying the energies of the Queen of Swords. Now, in week 3, maybe you feel like you are standing up for or explaining, or you feel like you have to explain the steps you're taking in the early part of the month. But it's leading you right to a victory, because the Six of Wands is here, rooting it down. This is all about the prodigal son returns. Some of you, like I said, maybe some of you are moving back home again after a long time living somewhere else. You're moving back to your hometown or moving back. This is about lots of attention being bestowed upon you. This is like prodigal son returns, work well done, kudos to you. Finishing up a project for some of you. Perhaps you're wrapping something up and you're moving on. Whatever it is you're doing, there is a victory attached to it. And looks like week 3 is going to be a good, strong week for you, as well as week 4. You do have Sagittarius energy here, the Temperance in the upright position. This represents a lot of cooperation around you for the people. Good news for those of you who are stepping into a new job or a new career, or moving somewhere where you're dealing with other people, because this is the mixing and blending and having everything work out well. I call it my baker's card for those of you who are baking at the end of the month. It could be things are turning out quite beautifully. Also good news for those of you who are actually being put in charge of putting together like a corporate meeting or something like that. Looks like everything is going to go really well. Very swell. Also, the Temperance is healing energy and very nice, based on cooperation. We've got the Eight of Wands, basically rooting this down. The Eight of Wands is lots of communication going back and forth. Could be plans, could be travel plans. Again, like I said, some of you, it looks like, are planning on moving. Maybe you're moving out of your city or town or what have you, and there's a lot of communication going back and forth. Those of you who just landed a new job or a new career, there could be lots going on there. Perhaps some of you, this is arrows of love, find their mark. Could be finding a new love at the end of the month. Perhaps somebody you've been talking to a lot, maybe online, you started talking to them, and now you've got more dialogue happening. Good news for those of you who work for yourself. It could be indicating lots of clients, could be indicating lots of sales if you're in sales. So yeah, really exciting. The month looks pretty good for you. It's like at the beginning of the month, you're often, the Six of Swords is here, you're traveling away from anything that's causing you difficulties or problems, and you're moving towards something, you're dropping your burdens, and you're moving towards something that's going to bring you ultimately excitement and victory. Now, in closing, I was pulled two astrological cards. One is for love and romance, and the other is for career and finance. So let's see it first for Leo, love and romance. What card is coming up for Leo? Moon in Taurus, self-esteem. So, could be a Taurus, perhaps, is the love interest that's coming your way. It could be that something incredibly romantic happens when the moon's in Taurus, or perhaps a Taurus is introducing you to someone interesting. If you want to know the number on the card, the number is 14. Maybe something romantic happens on the 14th of March. So also, we will now pull for career and finance. We'll see what astrological card comes up for that. We have Sun in Aries, new beginning. So it could be when the sun moves into Aries, which is literally this month, at the end of the month. Could be when the moon's in Aries, something significant happens with your career or finances. It's interesting because it literally says sun in Aries. And when all this activity happens, looks like it could be with a career or finances. It's right at the end of the month when the sun will literally be moving into Aries. So that's what I have for you, Leo. I really hope the reading helped you. If it did, please feel free to like, share, and subscribe, and I will see you next time. In the meantime, if this reading resonated for you, please do leave a comment in the comment section below and let us know how so. That's it for today. Namaste. Bye-bye for now.